Okay, y'all. So hear me out on this one because I feel like I know I'm not the only one. I just know I can't be, right? Um, but this video is for anyone who has a problem keeping a job. Anybody else out there have a problem keeping a job? Listen, I know I am not the only one in this world who has a problem keeping a job, whether you're quitting all the time and just lose interest quick, or whether you just get fed up quick and have a low tolerance for stuff that goes on a job and BS, or whether you're getting fired. No matter what it is, if you can't keep a job, this video is for you. If you have ADHD, or you are a chosen one, which I feel like ADHD, the diagnosis alone, is truly, honestly, just a diagnosis for people who are misfits into this system and cannot fully plug into this matrix. They're naturally divergents. They're naturally misfits into this matrix. And they try to paint us as if something's wrong with us because our minds are unable to conform like a lot of people can to this matrix. And they try to label us with something that's wrong with us and say, here, something's wrong with you. You need this pill. You need that pill. Let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with us. Our brain operates the way it's supposed to operate for a reason. What we look at as bad is actually something very good. This is coming from somebody who comes from a psych background. I used to work right under a psychiatrist, okay? This also comes from somebody who, I am a behavior therapist. I personally just left my job today as we speak, and I just sat here and said, you know what? I gotta make a video about this because I know I'm not the only one who goes through this and who experiences this. As a chosen one, you will get to the point in your life to where you see, you know what? You see through the BS. You see that, man, I'm not one that can sit around and have somebody tell me what to do all the time. I'm too much of a free spirit for that. I'm not someone who can have somebody thinking that they can use a little position that they have up over my head to make me their guinea pig or make me do whatever they want me to do and whenever they want to do it. That doesn't work too well with me. I'm a natural rebel. If something does not sit right with me in my soul and in my spirits, I am a natural rebel to the system, to anything. So I never do well in situations to where I'm being micromanaged. I never do well in situations to where I'm doing the same thing every day. I get bored very, very easily. Okay, very easily. And it takes a lot for me to have that dopamine and to keep my interest. And let's just keep it real. A lot of these jobs don't. They want to keep requiring more and more and more out of you, but without more pay. For me, it's like I was born to see through all the smoke and the mirrors, if you will. I was born to see through the BS in the system, in this matrix when it comes to these jobs. And I'm not meant to work a 9 to 5. I'm just not. Like, every time I'm at work, I don't care how good the job is. I always am like, man, why am I here? Like, I wasn't born into this world. We were not born in this world to work and slave and to make somebody else rich. 40 hours plus of our weeks, because some of us have to have multiple jobs, goes away to just somebody else's job, somebody else's dream. And it's just like, no, like, I can't live my life like this. Like, I'm not meant to be here. I'd rather be in nature, laying on the grass, out at the park, in the sunshine. I'd rather be in a place to where I'm able to just live and just be. That is what makes my spirit happy. That is something that I never get tired of doing. I did not come here to work and slave and pay bills. And they make you feel like something's wrong with you if you can't keep a job for tons of years in a row. Nothing's wrong with you. You don't plug into this matrix. You don't plug into this matrix. Hustle culture has made it to where they amp basically neglecting your true inner self and hustle, 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 hustle. Wake up early, start working, go to sleep with working. You be the first and the last one to start and finish. Listen, as a person, again, who comes from a psych background and behavioral background, I will be the first to tell you that working in psychiatry, I have seen things that most people have not seen. Let me let y'all in on a little secret. I used to work under a psychiatrist who's very well known in Jupiter, Florida. And I will be the first to say this. Our clients, first of all, he did not take insurance. He was self-pay only. He charged $500 an hour. So you had to have money to come to this guy, $400 to $500 an hour. You had to have money to come to this guy. All of our patients had like buku money. Like most of our like clients and stuff like that were judges. I mean, big CEOs of multi-million dollar companies, stuff like that. Lawyers I dealt with on a daily basis for their therapy sessions and so on. I'm talking people in high positions. One thing I learned in psychiatry is this. The same people that we look at as hashtag goals and, oh, we want their life when we see them living it and flashing it on social media and this big mansion they live in. I know lots and lots of those people from my background of work. And I'm here to tell you, they come to, those same people, I just seen somebody I know, sorry. Those same people come into our therapy office, our psychiatry office, they're drugged up on medication. Most of those same people that you admire and want their life with all this luxury stuff, they are on tons of antidepressants, tons of things to keep their anxiety from going off, tons of things to keep them being able to just go all day, every day, because they're being forced to keep up with this life that now requires them to work all day, every night. That now requires them to listen. You gotta, hustle. They're literally killing themselves to do this stuff. This is the side that you guys don't see, where as in me who worked in psych, I got to see this. These same patients, we didn't take Medicaid clients, and this is not to knock anybody on Medicaid, but I'm just saying we took clients who had buku money. Like you had to have money to get paid from us. I'm here to tell you, most of these people that you look at as something like high up, they're on meds to keep up with this life that looks so fancy and luxury to you guys. Take that information and use it how you want to. Take it and use it wisely. This crap that we've created, or those before us who have created with this hustle culture, is not working out for us. And I refuse to be one of those people. Just to be able, it's like impossible for me to keep my attention for 8 hours a day, every day, 5 days a week, on a job, on something that is not progressing me in my spirituality and my mental and my physical. I cannot do it. I never last long on these jobs. I never do. And I used to feel bad about it, but I realized, man, I'm not created for this. And this world will make you feel bad if you don't fit into the system that they built for the people to fit into. There's nothing wrong with me. There's something wrong with this system. And working in psychiatry opened my eyes to that. Even though I've been knowing something wrong with the system, but when I seen the people that were like goals to me, drugged up, I was the person who was responsible for making sure that they had their refills. I cannot tell you the amount of calls I got a day from these big time multi-millionaires. Oh my God, I'm out of medication. I need you to refill ASAP. I forgot to call. I didn't realize I was low. If I don't have my medication, I can't even focus. I can't even do a days of work. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? I have a friend right now who is in medical school, and an awesome friend, love him to death. Even he told me that because he has trouble concentrating in school because he has ADHD as well. And he's in medical school to become a doctor. And he started going to a psychiatrist because he's having issues being able to, stay in school and focus for all these long hours a day. They told him straight up, listen, if you want to, here, you got to take these meds, this medication. Here, take some Adderall, take this, take that. This is how people that are big like that make it through. The average person, this is a lot for y'all. They're asking for the impossible. We have a society that's hooked on drugs now, trying to keep up with this world and how they push us to live. Even to live poor now, you gotta be rich. Yo, it's crazy how much it is for a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom out here. It's crazy. It is crazy. They want you to hustle your way into the grave. I do not subscribe to this. If I become wealthy in that way, it's going to be from doing things that I love and that feel good. Not things that I'm going to have to dope myself up with medication for, constantly to depend on in order to get through. I tried it. I tried taking Adderall and stuff. When I started working in psych, I decided to start taking the medication. And I decided I don't want to be like y'all. I don't. I'm okay with that. I will figure it out. I'm also an entrepreneur. And I just relocated to try to push my business in another area that's more known for my fields. And I started working because of that until my business gets where I need it to be in my new location. And I'm here to tell you, it's not something I can do long term. It's not. I can see through the BS. My spirit doesn't sit, my everything in me is screaming inside when I'm sitting here at someone's job every day, all day, instead of working on my dreams, instead of being out in nature, instead of giving back to others, instead of just being at peace or meditating or doing whatever my spirit is calling me to do, instead of just being. And every time I have to tell my children, I'm sorry, I can't be to this achievement award because I have to work. Every time that I'm not able to take off when my children are sick because my boss is looking at me sideways like, hey, well, we need you. Every time I have to put a job above myself or my children, a piece of me dies. A piece of me dies. Tomorrow is my daughter's birthday. And she told me that she wants more than anything for me to take off and be with her. And what's crazy is because I knew I wouldn't be able to, because of my job and the freaking unrealistic expectations that these jobs have for people nowadays. And I'm within my 90 days. I'm trying my best not to call off. Yesterday, I lost my keys on my way to work, so I had to call off. So I definitely couldn't take off for her birthday. Friday, she's being acknowledged at school for having honor roll. Y'all, today was my last day. I may end up getting another job until my business gets where it wants to go. I don't know yet, but I know I'm creating, and I have to create a way for me. So where I'm never working for anybody else again. It's not in me. I am a person who, when I was a full-blown entrepreneur before I relocated, I miss being able to make my own schedule, decide what I want to do, and only doing the things that please me and offering those services, not being told what to do, not being micromanaged. As a grown-ass adult, we literally sit here and volunteer, in the name of being able to provide, to have someone tell us when we can and can't eat, to have someone tell us when we can and can't take a break, to have someone tell us when we can and can't use the or excuse me, you're using too much bathroom breaks, or you've been in the bathroom too long, or hey, you know what, I understand you got an important phone call that's coming, but you're on the clock. Who? My spirit is too free for that. My spirit is too free for that. If you are a chosen one or have ADHD or both, I know you're relating to this. Keeping a job is truly hard. And a part of me has always struggled with going harder and saying, man, F all of this. I unsubscribe to this mess. If you find yourself, I'm not talking about you just a lazy person and don't want nothing in life. I'm talking about you're a person who finds it hard to keep a job. 9 times out of 10, you see through the BS. You're either usually a chosen one in these situations, or you have ADHD, and you know, of course, they try to throw that label. ADHD is a superpower. They don't want to tell you that. ADHD is a superpower. They really should be calling us nonconformists. People who cannot conform to society. They're trying to make you feel like something's wrong with you and giving you pills to try to make you blend in and be able to fit and stay longer and focus longer on, you know, being able to focus long hours in work and school like that. It don't come natural to you because it ain't natural, boo. It ain't natural. There's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with this system. You were made the way you were made for a reason. And I pray that you see that. I love you all. Peace and light.